comfortable. Don't worry about the noises.
I figure Sterling knows where you're at. We're in front of his house.
How is it going, guys? Today we are heading up north to check out a car/project that kind of shook the entire car community here in Colorado. It was posted on a Facebook group a little while ago, and it just caught the attention of pretty much every car enthusiast. And I'm talking about a 3D printed Lamborghini Aventador. So we are going to go and check that out today with Shift Colorado. I believe we're going to be writing an article on that, which is going to be awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what this thing is all about. But before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out because we are continuing to gain traction with this YouTube channel, and the subscriber growth continues to accelerate, which is great to see. Our next goal is 500 subscribers, and we are on our way to that. So if you find yourselves continuing to come back to this channel or get recommended my videos, I would really appreciate a subscribe. It just helps me stay motivated. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun making these videos, but the subscriber growth, as well as the video analytics, I actually enjoy quite a bit. If you leave a comment below, I will 100% respond to it. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
Oh, what's up, my man?
Yo, this is pretty cool.
25.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. What's up?
You're on camera.
Okay.
What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? I'm Marty.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah, this is really cool to see. Hello, Brendan.
Hi, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Hi, Sterling.
Hello, Sterling. I'm Marty. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I'm Jake.
Jake, good
we
to
haven't
meet
met
you,
yet.
sir.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
It's very, very, very well done.
But it's got a long way to go.
Well, I mean,
See all the
kit cars are-
gapping and all that crap.
Kit cars are kit cars, right? And this
Yep.
isn't even a kit car. This is just its own whole thing.
Yeah, when people find out what it actually is, they step back and they're like, all right, I'm gonna shut up now.
I mean, this is
Because they come up and like, what'd you do to your Lambo, man? It looks fucked up, you know? And I'm like, I built this from scratch.
Yeah.
what Lambo?
And they're like, oh. Wow.
Well, and you know, you built the frame, so
Yeah.
you got the sizing right. Usually on kit cars, you can, like, they put it on
They
a
do
Fiero, and you're
shorties.
like, that's not.
They do shorties.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll stretch the Fiero, and then you're like, boy, I wouldn't want to get in an accident with that.
All right, Sterling, tell us about what you got going on here.
So this is my Lamborghini Aventador SV. This was a project that my son and I started because we like to play Forza 3, Horizon 3. And one day he quipped to me, because we had just done a 69 Mustang, if we could build a Lamborghini Aventador. And well, I was looking for a new project, so I said yes. I think most fathers would probably go, no. What are you, nuts? It's a scratch build, so we built the chassis. We sourced the engine and transmission from a junkyard. It's out of a C5 Corvette. The transaxle is actually a 911, and surprisingly enough, they actually make a kit for that. So Kennedy Engineering is a fantastic company. They make beautiful stuff that will link that together so that you can do a mid-engine car. It was important for us to get all of the numbers right on the car to make it look like it was a real car, a real Aventador. And then we widened it 2 inches in the front and 4 inches in the rear. Some of the parts are actually donated by Lamborghini themselves. They really loved the project. I guess the people who are building the Aventadors in Sant'Agata, Italy, were talking about it in the shop, and that got up to their executive team, which then called me. And my first reaction was, oh, am I in trouble? When they explained that no, I was not in trouble, and they actually loved the project and thought that it was the sincerest form of flattery, they said they wanted to do a project with us, and that was a Christmas video. And so they came out and we shot for 2 days and did a Christmas video. And the beauty of that was my son was none the wiser. He had no idea what was going on. This was probably our 20th interview, and so it was not really that different for him. But what we did was we moved in a real Lamborghini into my garage and swapped it out for mine. And then when we came out one morning, they said, "Oh, we got to film this the scene again where the garage door opens, right?" And the real Lamborghini was in there. And so when the door opens and you see him go, that was actually real. A lot of people say, "Oh, that was staged." No, he had no clue. So that was a lot of fun. They're a fantastic company. They've been really great with the project. They are of the opinion that if some guy in his garage is going to build a replica of their cars, that's fine. They don't like people, replicating them and then selling them, obviously. So, but this is okay in their minds. The entire body shell, I didn't know what I was going to do for the body shell, whether I was going to do standard coach building techniques where it's going to make a buck and do steel or aluminum or whatever, or weld it all together like they do in the Thailand replicas. But I decided to do 3D printing. And so I got myself a 3D printer off of Amazon, and this is the question I get all the time, is that, how big is your printer? Is it like a room size or something? I said, no, I bought it off of Amazon. It's like a foot cube. They're like, what? And so all the pieces are printed individually and then bonded together with glue. And then the entire body shell is covered in 3 layers of carbon fiber front and back. I use a vacuum bagging technique which allows you to compress the carbon fiber into the plastic and then cure, and then you get a nice carbon fiber panel from the process. You can see a lot of different 3D printed parts that are still left raw, like some of the vents, the lip spoiler, stuff like that. There's some everywhere. So, and then some of the other parts I sourced off of eBay. We have a YouTube channel where we basically have turned this project into what we call a STEM or STEAM project. So science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we want to take this around to the local schools. And I actually have given a bunch of lectures at local schools on the process of building this. And it's because we use so much technology in a supercar, electrical, computer, software, and the trades. We do a lot of welding, a lot of plumbing, all of that kind of stuff. So, so this car has become one of those projects, and basically we can show off the 3D printing and everything, and then we show it step by step on YouTube so that others can learn these techniques, because I think this is the wave of the future for those of us who build cars in our garage.
So any of us can go out to your YouTube channel and see kind of how you did this.
That's right.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's Laser Sterling, all one word.
Perfect. But
you can go over there, please comment, like, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. And it just helps us to fund this project a little bit. We've grown the channel to about 37,000 subscribers, which is great. We'd like to get that up a little bit more so that we can get more people that will ask us to bring the car once it's roadworthy to the different high schools and tech schools so that we can show it off. We like kids getting in the car, crawling around in it, touching it, all of that kind of stuff that you normally wouldn't do to a real Lamborghini. So that's always fun. We got a channel sponsor. It's a company by the name of Creality. They do 3D printers. You can buy them off of Amazon. They're one of the larger, I think, companies that do that. And since I was mostly done with 3D printing on the Lamborghini Aventador, we now have a new project over here in my garage, and that is a McLaren 600 LT. And that one is not built from scratch. So I actually bought the tub, the carbon fiber tub, the subframes, the suspension, the braking system, all of that from breakers yards, and I'm just assembling that together. But most of the body panels are 3D printed.
How long would you say it took from starting your Aventador project to the point where you got to take the first drive in it?
The first drive, it was probably about 3 years
Quick.
before we were able to drive it. It's been 6 now, the way you see it currently. It's in primer. I'm letting it thermal cycle so I can see where all the cracks and flaws show up. And then we're going to address all of those flaws, and then I'm going to have it painted.
And what advice would you give someone who's looking to tackle a car project that's as ambitious as this?
Don't do it. No, give it a try. I mean, that's the whole point of this technology is that it really allows you to take that extra step, to design your own car, design your own body panels. I think you learn a ton by doing something like this. I have probably done most of the systems and most of the things on this car 3 or 4 times. And failure is the gateway to success. And so you learn tons, and I'm applying that to the McLaren. So I've learned so much doing this car that the McLaren is coming together very fast. I started it in September, and I had a rolling chassis about 3 weeks ago.
Dang.
And I started basically just with a tub, a carbon fiber tub. So
That's awesome.
bolting stuff onto a car is a lot easier and a lot faster. I recommend starting there rather than a bespoke built chassis, but it's just something I wanted to do and try, and it turned out great.
Fantastic. I think that's what I need. Do you have anything else?
I got one for
Okay.
you. What color are you thinking about painting it?
So this car is going to be white.
Cool.
With black accents and carbon fiber accents. The reason for that is that I had it in black before, and it looked great murdered out and everything, but it just didn't show the lines of the car very well. You know, it kind of all muddied together. So the last time I had this car, I had to paint it really quickly for the Denver Auto Show a few years back, and I painted it white. And it really just showed off the lines of the car, and it was just beautiful. 10 feet away, people couldn't tell the difference between this car and a real Aventador. Then they got up to it and they were like, oh my God, what did you do to your Aventador? So the main point there is it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on it. It's probably going to still take another 3 or 4 years before I'm just driving it around to shows and not working on it.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Perfect.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay, so these are going to be your arms.
Okay.
You got cummerbund,
I don't know what that means.
the thing that's around your waist.
It's the actor Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Famous actor Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, I don't like the way this feels. I suppose this is better than falling out the back of the Telluride.
I would say so.
That's the fastest I've ever seen harnesses go
Yeah,
on.
that was
Congrats.
quick. That was really good.
Never even put one on before, have you?
Not, well, one time.
I've never even
One
put
time.
anything on like this, so we're ready to go.
We just had a random C8 pull up on us. Gunnar, did you fall down?
I fell down.
Just some fist bumps, Marty.
Farewell, sir.
Fare thee well.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Hey, man. Good work.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us come out.
Thanks again. That was awesome. I enjoyed it.
See you, sir.
Take it easy, my friend.
So, silly me. I forgot to end the video that day, so it's probably a couple weeks later. But, yeah, just a huge thank you to Sterling, as well as the Shift crew, for going out there and doing an absolute bang-up job on filming the 3D printed Aventador. I thought it was especially cool that Sterling wrapped in his family and his kids into this project. It's so cool to see the passion kind of spread through family members, similarly to how we saw the experience with Pietro and his Ferrari Dino with Shift Colorado Magazine. So I will be giving shout outs to Shift Colorado Magazine, as well as the photographers, and of course Sterling's YouTube channel, along with a couple other shout outs down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. As a reminder, I upload every single Sunday, and we will see you in the next one.